Before we move on to the next example, it would be good to check that the investor that now is going for about 3% annually return because of the decision they are making and also the market situation. What was the initial estimation? Initial estimation was that now I'm putting $1,000 and I'm getting $80 to $40 after 6 months. So it would be about 8%. So you see 8% drop to 3%. That's financial worth, even when you are working on something that seems secure, like bonds. Imagine your friend calling you and said that, I have heard that you have taken financial management course, or you are good with economics. Tell me, advise me if it is wise to buy this bond from this person. So, did you notice how I connected these two things together? Your friend reach out to you and seek for your advice. That should they buy this bond from that person who is about to sell it at a loss, just 3% after 1 year, while they were targeting 8%. Okay, start doing the calculation and tell your friend if they should do that or not. Don't forget the cash flow diagram. I will show you the answer shortly. Here is the cash flow diagram. Now you need to pay $950 because this 950 is from that part. And after that, you get $40 guaranteed for the rest of remaining 9 years. And finally, you will get the face value, 1,000. What is the IRR for that? You should have no problem in calculating it, and you come up with number close to this. But it is 6-month interest rate. So what is the nominal one? Wow, 8.86%. And what is the real one? Compound interest, as you can see here, 1 plus this, 9%. Another friend of yours reached out to you and said that, I have heard that you have taken financial management course, or you are taking that. I now have a financial decision-making dilemma. Can you help me with that? Let's go. And the reason I'm telling you these stories is because I just want to tell you how frequent this thing can happen. You will see that when you are confident to get that type of questions, you will be bombarded by that type of thing, by your friends, family, kids, parents, because now they know they have a financial advisor who knows the calculations and all those things, as those numbers are always the best place to start with decision making. Okay, your friend is telling you that they want to buy a house. The price is $300,000. The seller has offered 2 options. Option 1, finance through the seller with 20% down and the balance due in 5 annual payment at 12%. Another one, pay cash and enjoy 10% discount. Okay, stop the video and start working on that. What are you gonna do? Just it is something that your friends has sent you. Come up with some advice. Come up with some numbers. Also, you can see the direction, the instruction in the slide that it says, what is the IRR for the loan offered by the seller? This question now should be easy for you. I mean, I'm talking about this part. What is the IRR for the loan offered by the seller? So yeah, you have noticed that now I'm taking the challenges to a new level, in the advisory level, that for example they come to you and ask you. So you can think about it and come up with something, and again, building up your brain to think like a financial advisor. Okay, good luck, go. After your reflection on this problem, and again you are now back here, you may have wondered that what does it mean? What is the IRR for the loan offered by the seller? It is obvious, it is 12%. No, it is not correct. Why it is not correct? Because it offers you another option. If it was just this option, you pay 20% down payment and the balance due in 5 annual payments at 12%. So what is the interest rate on that loan? 12%. Like many cases, when you refer to the lender for financing something for you, that's a straight. And over there you decide, are you going for that financing with 12%? Are you going with financing with 20%? That absolutely impact your decision making. Many times we don't accept, we don't agree, and we cancel the financing because of the high interest rate. So that's the reason it is giving you this hint. If you want to give advice to your friend, go and check the IRR, because IRR is not 12% anymore. It has another option, that if you pay in cash, you get 10% discount. So it makes borrowing even more expensive, relatively, because you have another option that seems also attractive, and of course make borrowing more expensive, because when you borrow you are supposed to pay 12%, but also when you borrow you miss 10% discount. So that's the reason. Now your friend is in a complicated situation that cannot make their own decision and is referring to you as an expert in this field, as a person who just got academic education in this field. Okay, now I'm going to give you a big hint. When you want to see what is the real interest rate on this loan, you shouldn't consider it for 300,000. You should consider it for $270,000. So on $270,000 value, you are paying all that payments. So now you have more insight to again go back to the problem and try to do it again with all the things that I just said. So first go and calculate how much is the payments. 5 annual payments, 12 payments. Very easily you can calculate this PMT according to the formula you have. 300,000, 12%, 5 payments. You can calculate it. But when you want to see what is the real interest rate, or what it is referring to here as IRR for the loan offered by the seller, you shouldn't put the value $300,000. The real value is $270,000 because of that 10% discount that makes borrowing even more expensive. And over that situation, you come up with the real, and then you decide, does it make sense to go with the borrowing or no? When I have the money in my pocket, let's go with the cash buying. Okay, here you can see the cash flow in the first option. You pay minus $60,000, and after that in 5 months you are gonna pay off the remaining $240,000. And the payments, you see we use this formula here. And one thing that I also need to add is $300,000 house here. Another option that we have is that you just pay, it is the cash flow, minus $270,000. And again, you get that $300,000, and we are talking about comparison. But now when you are comparing these two cases, you see, in fact, you are getting, for this money that you are receiving, $210,000. That's the real things that you are receiving. Because this minus $60,000 you are paying out of your pocket. The house is the same in these two cases. So you should go and see what is the difference about the money you are paying out of your pocket. The difference is $210,000. I just showed you with this Excel representation, demonstration. And after that, you need to go for these payments. So you are in fact going for these payments for 5 years to cover this much. Don't tell me it is not this much. It is about $240,000. No, I'm just showing you. If you go cash, you just need to pay minus $270,000. And even if you go with financing, you need to pay minus $60,000. So the difference is $210,000. And for this difference, you are paying this amount. And here we go and calculate the IRR for this. And what is the IRR for this? About 18%. So what would be your advice to your friend? Because, you know, it is just advice and it can be anything. And here you can see another demonstration of the problem. And here again, they come to the same answer. but it is advice. It can vary with the advisor.